Welcome back to another brand new episode of that Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. And I'm here with the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Todd. Possibly a special guest joining us here shortly. Woo! Let's go.
There you go, Plaka.
Plaka.
Your favorite.
That's right.
Like a plum.
Yeah. Special guest possibly joining us. We think he's possibly asleep after a very long gaming session. So
it happens.
It does happen. So we found out through our analytics that our Gran Turismo coverage gains us more listeners. So guess what? We're going with F1.
I haven't watched.
Oh, man
out.
So we get better coverage this time. We're doing this instead. Fuck you.
We don't listen to what the people want. We do what we want.
That's right.
Yeah, it's our podcast. Go fuck yourselves.
We run this shit.
It's the Kaz effect.
It is. Yes, the Kaz effect.
Because we are PD Extreme.
That's right.
Oh, we are.
Top 5 sim racing podcast.
So we take it to another level that Kaz doesn't.
Wow.
Man, speaking of PlayStation, I might just have to get Truck Driver, the American Dream.
Ooh, you know what's coming out?
Cross-country
VR weed growing simulation.
Wait, a VR weed growing? What?
VR weed growing simulation on the PlayStation. Man. Go to upcoming games for VR. Work? It's in my wish list.
Wait a second.
It's going to take me back.
Hold on.
It's going to take me back to the
is
day.
I grew that part of the new Farm Simulator?
Maybe.
Farm Simulator 2025 Weed Growing Edition?
Ooh, how good would that be?
I gotta get a bunch of tie-dye.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do.
Because I'm going to wear a bunch of greenhouses.
Yeah, I'm going to get me a lava lamp.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my tie-dye that I wear while I play the game.
Yeah, there's a couple of those, I think, coming out.
Yeah, the blacklight posters, too.
Yes! Yeah. With the little elves and the mushrooms glowing in the dark.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, especially I'll smoke some weed, eat some mushrooms, and then fucking do some
fun guy
farm weed simulator. That's what we're playing.
I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I was just like, holy shit.
That is so
funny. They have a
funny.
Simulator for everything. Cats, fucking paramedics, fucking
pressure washing.
Goddamn 7-Eleven.
Pressure washing.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
lawn
pressure
mowing
washing is kind of satisfying.
Goat simulator.
There's a VR work simulator for like working at a convenience store and shit like that.
I got the car mechanic one, but it made me sick.
Oh, of course it did. Because you have a very, very, very sensitive stomach.
Oh, yeah.
I have a very sensitive stomach. I can't. I am not going to be able to do this VR.
Oh man, when you're not driving
of my stomach.
And you're moving all quick and smooth like that, you would just want to throw up. It's bad.
Oh, that's funny.
You got to chop it up.
Funny. Well, I guess since we're talking about games, we should probably talk about
Forza?
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Yeah. Call of Duty and all their cheaters is fake. 60% of it is fake.
Yeah. Well, there are tons. No, there are just
get
bad.
Good, son.
Yeah, and guess what? I am not a great player.
Oh no, I suck.
But I mean, I used to be a great player, but I'm old now, so I'm not a great player anymore. So, and having people on PC that are super fast. Sometimes
I don't know how the fuck they play that shit.
They're ninjas.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how people
keyboard
see
and mouse.
other people
Yeah,
sometimes.
I know. That's just it. Like, how the fuck did you even see that shit?
Right?
I'll go back and like, I still don't see it. I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. But no, not 60% of people are not fucking cheaters.
Yeah.
Although there was I don't know how old the reel was. There was a dude that is a cheater who's like a very high-ranked player with a ton of viewers, right in the middle of his stream. Boop! You've been banned.
Oh, nah.
You have been banned.
Shit.
And he's like, they're saying I'm cheating. They're saying I'm cheating. Well, yeah, because you were cheating.
Ooh,
That's
busted. Why. They will find
Yep,
you if you are.
They will. Yep, they will. So, how'd you find yesterday's... Oh, no, I guess let's talk about Wednesday's race.
Yep, Manufacturers Cup, rounds 3 and 4.
Yes. At Petalumia or something like that.
Yep.
I don't know.
Old Barcelona's with no chicane.
Yeah, Barcelona
18
no
laps,
chicane.
2 times tire, right? 1 times fuel, I believe. Medium tires.
I believe so, too.
I think, wasn't there a pit stop?
No, medium hard.
Oh,
medium
yeah, that's
hard,
right.
but
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
literally, it was
one lap on the hard.
literally 1 lap on the hard.
Literally 1 lap.
Beginning or the end.
Yep, and I did mine at the beginning. I qualified
I did too.
really shitty.
I did them at the very beginning. Had some issues, but ended up, I think my best was 5th.
Nice. That's what I got too.
Lots
Same.
of issues. Lots of issues again. Lots of issues again with people treating it like a daily race C lobby and just punting you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is real deal
Like,
shit right now, you know? God,
dude,
can't be doing that.
Well,
You need to play the long game and be patient.
yeah.
Yeah, patience is key.
No, but there's no patience anymore. No patience.
Well, I
anymore.
think too with that
It's-
light damage, kind of brought that shit back. When we had that heavy damage, people were like, because we
People
had
were
heavy
starting to
damage
watch
for quite a few seasons in the expedition seasons. Didn't we have it last year? Heavy damage in the real season?
Yeah, we had it last year. I thought, didn't we? Yeah, I think you're right about that.
I think we did. But yeah, I think people got used to it. They were behaving. They were watching it because they wouldn't have to come to the pits and after they ruin their own car. And you go back to that fucking light damage and people get ballsy and they know, okay, if I dive in here or a little bump there and get damaged, it's going to repair. So it doesn't fucking matter. I just want to win. Yeah, I want heavy damage back. We need it, especially for GT2, GT3, or whatever. Go for it. Light damage. GT1, A and A plus and above. Heavy damage, please.
Yeah. I mean, we're all good enough drivers where we shouldn't be smashing into people. Well, and it's people driving desperate in every single race.
Mm-hmm.
Every race is this idea that you have to smash people. Well, let's oh boy, we got some, I don't know, when somebody's doing something, because every so often we're getting some, like, not feedback, but some white noise, like it's really strong right now.
Here, let me reset my headset. Maybe it's me. Just a second.
But it's like every turn is the last turn. Nobody using racecraft. If you are using racecraft, like they get angry with you because you're placing your car in positions that they can't get past, so they run into you, or they're blocking you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's Sean. I think it has to do with the recorder. What I think it is.
I don't hear it.
Hearing it.
I don't hear it.
That's why I'm thinking that it's.
Hold
That's
on,
why I'm thinking it's you. Oh, he's gonna do something.
And he's gone.
It's like, and he's gone. Don't worry, we're not recording right now, so we can say anything we want. Fuck.
Oh, we're
Sean.
recording.
Oh shit!
Oh, I mean, Sean's a good guy.
Okay, do you still hear it?
Sean.
Ready, set, go.
No, I can't hear. I can't hear it right now. It seems like everybody's treating every corner like no.
I'm back.
Like the last corner.
Right.
It's all the cars are very evenly matched. That is the thing. I think this last BOP adjustment, and I think we've said it before, has made it very close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, the Supra still has legs, but not like it used to.
Nope.
Like there was a Supra and I that were battling in the last race, and the dude finally got past me, but got a 1 second penalty because he went over the line. When he passed me. So his retaliation for him going over the line and me going to have a run on him was to slow down and try to push me off going on to the back straight at Spa, back up the hill. You know, right the double right-hander before you start gaining speed. In that second apex, he slowed down and tried to push me off the track.
Ooh.
And ended up spinning himself out, which he deserved.
Yeah,
and then another car who had earlier in the race pushed me off track and spun, came whizzing up behind me because I had to slow down for the guy and smashed me off the track because he spun himself off earlier in the race. And yes, I will say both of them weren't from North America. Just going to say that. South of the border.
What's that supposed to
They
mean?
get aggressive.
It's supposed to mean that fucking South Americans are pieces of shit. That's what that means. They cannot handle
Worldwide.
They cannot handle. I've raced with very few that can handle getting past. I've raced with very few that can handle somebody driving defensively. It's like.
Yeah, but to label everyone, it's just.
No, I'm not. I'm labeling all of them that race this race. That race this game. Not everybody.
You know what's really funny is Drew noticed that too watching my race. He's like, "Fuck," he goes, "What's with the fucking Brazilians?"
They're aggressive. There's a few out there that are pretty clean. I've had a few clean races.
I've raced with a couple that are fun to race with that are really skilled drivers. I think that's the difference, though, is they're really skilled drivers.
Yeah.
I think the rest of them are mediocre and totally willing to
and they're probably like
smash
12.
somebody off.
They're probably 12.
Yeah,
on the controller.
and that's just some of these people. Yeah, they don't even understand racing.
They don't.
You know,
I would say there is a general amount of everybody
it's a
that doesn't
game.
understand.
Yes.
doesn't
Yes,
understand
sir.
racing.
Yes, sir.
It's a game,
Yes,
and
sir. Yeah, because
He's just
that's
trying
the
to
one
win.
thing we when we hop in the car and we're in VR, we're taking it as real life. We're treating it as real life. And then there's people on the controller or flat screen or whatever that to them, yeah, it's just a game and they're gonna win any way possible, and they know the little tricks and ins and outs with the controller or whatever the fuck they want to do to win, and it doesn't matter. But for say probably, especially the guys we drive with that we know we're friends with, we all take it kind of the same as being respectful, driving clean, and kind of treating it like it is a real race. You're in the fucking car kind of thing. So that's how I treat it.
So,
anyway.
Tell us about your spas.
Spas was good. Barcelona was good. 5th. Brought in a 5th there. It was decent. But Spa, holy shit. I don't know what happened. But that first race, second slot, shit the bed.
No,
practice race.
You didn't shit the bed. We came into the bus
the
stop.
chicane. Then
Yeah,
chicane.
and
right?
a dude in a Ferrari decided he was going to crowd himself in, and he had to back off. So I hit him
Got a
into
bump.
you.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I hit
right.
him into you. So
Damn you, Jimbo.
It's weird.
But
It's weird because what did I do?
he got on the straight.
No,
and
what
he
did I? What
and
did
he
I?
pulled over.
What did I do?
And he pulled
Oh.
over, and he waited for everybody to pass. Everybody. every single one. Yep, Jimbo
Why?
made that mistake. He realized it, and he got on that straight, and he pulled right over, ghosted, and we went right on by. So thank you, sir. But, yeah, and then the last slot, qualified ninth for that first slot and qualified ninth for that last slot. And we were going to get a tiny bit of rain, nothing really major that was going to offset those medium tires. So a lot of people came in to switch to intermediates. I stayed out, and for some reason, all of a sudden, I'm up in fourth, second. I'm like, right on, just trying to stay focused, zoned out there. After my pit stop, totally zoned out, watching that replay, and noticed my lap times from then on out were a tenth off. I was running 19.4s to 19.5s pretty much that whole time up until about lap 18, 19 when I had the little mishap. Well, I didn't have a mishap. The guy in front of me did. But so, yeah, running through first and second. We're just fucking rolling. I'm second, just trying to stick behind the Supra, holding my line, driving clean, just trying to stay close. So near the end, those last couple laps, I could try and make a move. And lap 19, I believe. God, what corner was it? Now I'm blanking. I think it was after La Rouge. After you go up the hill, hit the straight, going down. What's that corner? Like that first chicane?
Yeah, I don't ever remember.
I don't remember it.
Can't tell you.
All right, I always forget the fucking names of the corners. But yeah, going into there, he made a mishap. I got to watch the replay again, but after watching the replay during the race, I figured he had messed up. So I had gotten pretty close to beside him, and his car twitched, and I thought he was coming over to block me, to hit me off, so I wouldn't get first place. But after watching the replay, it looks like when he got on the gas, he had his wheel turned, and he just tweaked, bumped into my car, shot him off into the gravel. So he got what he deserved if he was trying to block me, but I think he just made a mistake. But I was able to get out in front, hold the front for those last couple laps, and got the victory. It's been a long time since I've gotten a manufacturer victory, and it was a good day at Spa. It was a good day at Spa for myself. Oh,
Well,
Nice.
That's awesome. That was
First
awesome. When he said
place.
he got the win, I was very happy.
Oh yeah.
it's been so long. Thank you. Yeah, just fucking zoned out and was it fucking just zoned, man. I don't even, it's weird because, yeah, you don't even remember half of the shit because you're so zoned out and in space and your body's just doing what it needs to do. And then just watching the replay, you're like, holy shit. All right. Made it happen. So shooting for those last two rounds coming up. Last two rounds coming up. Suzuka, I have high hopes for Suzuka. Sardinia, not so much, but shooting for Suzuka for another podium at least.
Sardinia, it's the reverse layout, so it's actually not terrible. I
Oh,
think.
okay. That's good. How many laps?
I kind of, not too long.
That's a short one, like Interlagos.
Dozen
Is
maybe.
it another sprint?
No,
race?
it's 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes.
It's 45
45
minutes.
minutes of qualifying.
The
But,
25-minute qualifier, yeah.
Where the qualifier is
Well,
longer than the fucking race.
Spa, you get 4 minutes. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
12
Which-
laps.
Come on, one lap.
Just make those races long. Make the race long and the qualify short. You know, like what are you doing? Why make two of the races
Well, every
like
qualifying session, just make them 10 minutes.
that? Yeah. Make
Oh, you mean like they used to?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Just do 10 minutes. And
10
let
minutes in a
people-
45-minute race, because then we have that big gap in between still.
Let people
Yeah,
get
we-
out. Space. You got
Yeah, that's the
people,
biggest thing.
yeah.
Because at Spa, you only had one lap for quali. Everyone had one
Yeah.
fucking hot lap. And a lot of people just shot out the pits in a big group. Me and Jimbo, we fucking waited. We waited till that last fucking minute to be able to jump out, so where we were by ourselves. So that was nice.
Yeah,
but
and I made mistakes. I was able to do 19s when I was doing
Me
regular
too.
qualifying, but I made so many mistakes it wasn't funny.
I just suck when
I was
qualifying
fast.
sucks.
I should have qualified much higher, but I didn't. So like I qualified 13th for the last race and ended up 11th, but you know that's after that's after being up in 8th
Right.
or 7th.
Yeah,
7th was my highest.
Yeah.
And it shows you what happens when people run you off track and run into you. It's just
Yeah, your
it's
shit
super
gets ruined.
frustrating. You know, because I take full responsibility what happened in the first race because I was stupid and didn't come in and change tires quick enough. I thought I could get one more lap on the slick tires and was not able to. That's my fault. I take full responsibility for that. Running into you and ruining my race, take full responsibility for that. That's my fault. It's nobody else's fault. That last race was just
A shit show?
bad driving.
I mean, what?
Bad driving on other people's parts because I was doing what I needed to do. So, yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to participate the next 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Well, it
I've
gets
gotten
frustrating.
beaten up in every race, even in the Catalunya race. I mean, I ended up 5th in Catalunya, but you know, it was like getting beaten up the entire race, having people be reactionary as opposed to see the fact that I'm going to pass them, and holding their line. Nope. As soon as I make a move, they try to pull down in front of me, or they see me making a late move and they're pulling down in front of me.
Right. They make that late move to block.
Yeah.
Reactionary driving ain't cool. I had a problem with that at Kowloon too, so.
Yeah, but I mean, to say that Catalunya was the best race so far, it's been the best race, even with the issues I had. I mean, I was pretty fast compared to a lot of other people on track. Again, issues with qualifying, and that's our problem.
Oh,
That's a driving problem for us. It's funny because if I have 2 laps, usually my second lap is going to be better. Like my qualifying gets better as I go along, but when you just have 1 lap, oof,
Yeah.
Well, especially when it's one lap at a cold track because of weather, cloud coverage, whether rain or not, it was still a cold track, so it took like a lap to warm the tires up. So,
you had to go out.
You had to be
need to go out
2 laps.
Yeah, you had to go out immediately and drive like you were on hot tires to get those tires warmed up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, I actually moved up in the manufacturer with that shit
Hell yeah.
race
Hell
because
yeah.
somebody didn't race this weekend. So I am now 3rd for Alfa Romeo.
Right on.
Yeah,
Shit, dude.
in our area. Yeah. But I mean, it's all funny. 178, 117, 190, 131. Not great
Better than
points
me.
rounds.
Right.
Yeah, I am ranked 223rd regionally, or excuse me, 229th regionally.
Okay.
So not the most awesome.
Yeah, usually you're in the top hundos.
Yeah, it's not being good right now. On my friends list, Sean, you're ranked 6th.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sean is
shit.
doing really, really well. Yeah, and
Fuck, you're 3rd on mine.
Fuck
dude,
yeah.
I mean, right now, of course, Lamb is all the way up at the
Yeah.
top. Daniel Solis is all the way up at the top. He's only done 3 races, and he's 200 points clear of McNaughty. McNaughty is over
Damn.
1,000 points.
Holy shit.
He is fucking killing it. Like,
Wow. Great job, McNaughty.
Out of our friends, he is killing it.
Yeah.
Square Peg is 1 behind Sean.
Okay.
Well, he's in 7th with 730. You're at 780, so you've got him by 50 points. Jermaine has Todd by 4 points.
Ooh. Man, that's close.
And then Zwart has me by 6 points.
And I'm way down the back, trailing hard.
and then Mike is 16th behind Stoosman.
Okay.
So, I mean, you shouldn't feel too bad because Stoosman has had some.
Jeez.
He has not been doing well. I mean, there are several A-plussers that are just ahead of you and not by very many points. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy close between everybody. It's just, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They almost had it too. I think manufacturers, if they would have had heavy damage, and then the Interlagos and the Sardinia races a little bit better.
The sprints they do light.
If they would have done
light for those.
like we were talking last week, if these would have all been like endurance timed, either 45 minutes or 60-minute races timed and not lapped, I think they would have hit the nail on the head and had a almost perfect season. I think they should try that in an expedition season. Do timed races.
Yeah, the timed races are hard because you can't go by laps.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to go by the amount of time that you have and what your car is doing, and you really have to put in some practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to know what you can do over a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to figure it out so that when you're got your timing coming down, it's like you need to know it's about you have a window at the 10 to 15 minute mark or whatnot. Where it will be lap 9 or 8 or something like that. Like you need to figure it out so you can do the math. Like it is a lot harder
tough.
If you don't practice and don't figure things out.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Then you're
fucked.
Well, that's like racing a couple times in the GT1 league with the English boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta those are all timed races. Mm-hmm. You have to figure out the timing for. And it's really like, honestly, what I found out is you get your fuel and tire in the first stint. So okay, this is how long this tire is going to last. And it's really based around fuel.
Yeah.
This is how long my fuel is going to last. And you run it backwards from there. It's a lot more difficult. It's also a lot more fun and challenging. It makes people actually have to use logic and think about stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that heavy damage, it sucks when somebody hits you and you get heavy damage too, but
it's more realistic though too.
It's more realistic. Yeah. And honestly, I think that in GT8 or whatever is coming out next, they need to look at full damage models. You lose tires, your wheels come off, your engine is damaged. You run into somebody at a fairly high speed, it just doesn't touch your spoiler, it kills your engine.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the cooling system. That's what needs to be happening.
Or you torpedo into a wall, you're done. You're done.
Or
you immediately are retired from that race.
Or at least if you're not gonna if you're not gonna make it so like say wheels fall off, like things like ACC has or iRacing, that critical damage necessary. Like at least make it so that when you go to the pits during your pit stop, your pit crew can't fix everything.
Yeah.
So if you blow your suspension, you can drive, but it ain't going to get fixed in the fucking pit, or it takes 3 or 4 pits, or it's going to take you 25, 30 seconds for them to fucking fix your suspension. Not just the 1 or 2 seconds. Make it very impactful. Mm-hmm. So that, they'll fix the downforce. They can pull it out and fucking throw some duct tape on there fucking during a pit stop, like most races can do, whatever it might be, But they're not going to be able to fucking jack the car up and replace your suspension or whatever unless it's a massive penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's on. They already do when full damage is on. You already have it's going to take this long for this and this long for this.
3.
You could increase those penalties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your suspension is ruined, it's going to take 30 seconds for you to fix it. If your engine is ruined, it's going to, you know, you're either out of the race or it's going to take a minute for
Engine,
them to.
powertrain, engine damage should be done.
Yeah, I think
Because
so too.
it's very, very, very unlikely that even in real life that anybody's going to do a full engine swap and shit like that in the car to get it back on
Yeah.
the track. You know, once that happens, it's in. They'll replace smaller parts and stuff like that, peripherals, you know, kind of thing. But they're not going to do a fucking powertrain swap, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I think I think it needs to. Penalties need to be higher.
Yeah.
I think, you know, they have the ability. It's funny because Tish talked about this in his latest video about AI. And one of the things he said was, why aren't they using AI for BOP?
Right.
Literally, they could run AI at every track. Each track has its own BOP, and AI will figure out how to make each car equal.
Mm-hmm.
We've said that before. He also said, why aren't they using AI for figuring out who should be penalized?
Yeah.
Because they could do it. Like there's the ability for them to set up parameters in the AI to fix the penalty system and hand out penalties the way they should be.
I think
instead of, you know, giving the fucking 4-second penalty to the guy in the middle of
that gets sandwiched,
who gets run into and then
hits the guy in front of him,
pushed into and the guy who did it doesn't get anything, but the guy in the middle gets a 4-second penalty.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that'll come
in the topper, especially with heavy damage was on, the topper was the guy who actually started it doesn't get a penalty and he ends up with no damage compared
and he ends up with no damage. Yeah, that's some of the weirdest. That's some of the weirdest stuff too. Is when the car from behind comes in, smashes you hard, you end up with rear suspension and aerodynamic damage, and they don't have anything wrong with their car.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Like, how does that work?
Fucking ridiculous.
We've all been victims of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm suspecting that all of our listeners have been victims of that too.
I know. It's just those small. I think the AI and I think all that shit. I think will be coming. GT8. I think they're probably
PlayStation 6, GT8.
Yeah. I think a lot of this AI stuff is going to be happening probably next year. I'm hoping this is all just testing for GT8, but also I heard that what is it, the PSSR? What is that AI algorithm thing that they have for quality? What's it called? I think it's PSSR. So that they are in development, Sony is, with who does their chips? AMD? For the PS5?
I have no clue.
I think it is. Well, they've been working on something similar to that, and they called it Project some bullshit. I watched a video. I'm not smart, everybody. I just saw a video.
No.
But they're working on with the company that makes the chips with AI and the upscaling and the PSSR, so they're going to be getting rid of that and then bringing their system in and using it across the board. So it's going to get even better, the AI thingy that they're doing. So that's going to be coming, I think, later this year, June or July. They're going to be doing the update for the console. And it's going to be getting rid of that shit. So I think as these consoles get more AI in them, the chips get better, and then them working all these kinks out for PS6, I think we're going to be full AI. And hopefully things will get better with that.
Yeah, and, you know, Tish pointed out we should be able to go into online lobbies, and let's say we're doing practice or having a race with friends, and we want a full lobby, that we should be able to populate it with AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ooh, that'd be great
with Sophie.
That'd be good.
So you can,
dude, I swear,
actually have a more realistic experience.
The new Sophie got dumbed down. She got slow. They turned her down. I want to say that. Remember the very first Sophie they brought out for testing, and then they took it away? how
Yeah,
fast
so
that
fast.
fucker was. And then
Yeah.
they brought it
Because
back, and it was so fast. Now when they did it, dude, you put it on the hardest
Well,
one, and you smoke their ass.
there's a scale they have for it. They have it at like whatever level out of 10
Yeah.
kind of thing, because they have it cranked up when they go against the world champions
Right.
and stuff like that. And I think that's what they put in the first time, is like almost the max level. Like there was like 8 out of 10 the first time. It was like, fucking shit, this is cool.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
fucking hard as shit. And now, yeah, it's like a slightly step better than the regular AI.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
because the Sophie isn't locked into predetermined routes kind of thing.
Right.
Because when you race regular AI for any practice, when you make a move on them, they just react like you're not even there and
Yeah,
turn in on you and
exactly.
stuff like that. And end up pitting you all the time because they're in a predetermined path.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you'll see them, like, if you actually watch, you'll see them crash out all the time because something happened and their predetermined path got in the way of another predetermined AI, and it was like fucking, you see them go
Whoops.
off the track. It's like, which never used to happen. So like they do cause themselves accidents without even you being around. Because I've seen that happen. I'm driving. I'll be like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
just
same.
happened in front of me?"
Mhm.
And there's like 6 cars off the road. It's like, what the fuck? How did the
They
AI
take each other
crash
out,
like this?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild
Yeah.
because I thought AI. So yeah, you do the AI race with Sophie, and then you get your 3 levels that you could turn it up to. You turn it up to the max on our end, and it's just still. But yeah, I did a race with it, and I saw them take each other out, AI. And then I want to say, so it is a little aggressive, Sophie is, which is nice because they'll bump into you. They'll come into the side of you or do some shit, and but yeah, it's just slow. They need to speed it up. They need to crank that up.
Yeah, I
another
would like
notch.
to.
I want
be
that
able to
shit to
go
be
into.
Yeah.
I would like to go into World Circuits and set up, a race at Spa.
Mm-hmm. Which I
I'm gonna
thought
go
you
to
could have done, but you
Spa,
can't do Sophie
you
there
know,
yet. Which is
and
dumb.
then you go, all right, Sophie at Spa. Here are the conditions, and then race against Sophie.
Yeah.
But no, they
Why?
still haven't
Why do you
figured
think
that
they
out
can
yet.
only add her? Because when they did that update, you can add her in the custom races now. But why can she only go into some custom races and some?
It's the tracks that it's been assigned to previously that they've done testing for.
Oh, okay.
Because it does take a lot of resources and time for it to run Sophie
Right.
with all those different cars and get it programmed sort of for that track. So they just keep slowly releasing Sophie on every update. There's like 1 or 2 more Sophies.
And you
added.
can't do weather with Sophie, right?
I don't think so yet.
Yeah. I think it's only dry.
Like, and that's, you got to think, is like, that's the thing, is like, people are like, oh, fucking, they could be doing it. Yeah, it would be great if they could, and they probably will eventually, but to program the AI to be able to do these things does take a lot of time to really maximize, because you have to not even get the AI to learn the track and race the cars, but you need to program it to and learn it to race other cars. So if it is like, it knows the optimal lines, but what happens when you get close to somebody else and they take the corner? You can't drive through them like the regular AI. What do you have to do, Sophie? You have to do this.
Right.
And so giving all those levels of integration of actual racing in a race and possibilities, it takes a long time to teach it. So
Yeah, and it's
the fact
nice
that they
too.
can do it is amazing to begin with. So.
Oh yeah, well that's what I was gonna say. We're in the beginning of it, so we're getting to see it at its birth, and we're gonna get to see it evolve into what it becomes. So I dig it. It's great practice,
Yeah.
especially once it gets stronger. It's really going to be good practice to go against those upper guys, those A+ fast motherfuckers. It'll be good practice that you could go in, try moves, no consequences kind of thing, and try things out there and work on racecraft. So.
And I just wanted to say this too, is like with Sophie, is like maybe like people are tidgening that, is like, oh, why don't they do the penalty algorithms, this and that? Maybe they are. And maybe that's kind of why there's a bit of a problem, because they're still working out, okay, no, Sophie, that's wrong. We got to figure out a way to, like, but they do have it working half decently with Sophie. Maybe that's the whole thing in the back. Maybe that's why PD seems like a bunch of retards, because they're teaching a computer to fucking hand out penalties.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's not giving a penalty to the guy. Oh, he bumped into you from behind. Okay, that was a little bit of an accident. No harm, no foul. But then you just slammed this guy, in front of you in retaliation for getting bumped.
Right.
Kind of like, so it's confused. We don't know, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Maybe they are getting the BOP done through Sophie, and it's been just a long time going. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why Sophie was originally developed. We don't really know their brain thinking and what's actually going on, because I could really see Sophie controlling things in that aspect and getting the numbers, because it can optimally drive if you want it to.
Yeah.
So if it can optimally drive and understand the rules and etiquette of racing by just programming it, kind of thing, and teaching it, it can figure out the penalty system.
Oh yeah.
And I think it might be slowly doing it.
Live stewards. That's what they would be. They would be live.
Wouldn't that be something?
Dude, that would be fucking great. GT6
Oh,
or
by
GTA.
the way, no, you can't add rain to a Sophie race. Spa
that's
does
what I
have
figured.
a Sophie custom race, but no rain.
Yeah.
And I just did the first lap at Spa, and I was faster than Sophie.
Yep. Yeah.
So they had to have turned it down.
They had to have. Had to have. Yeah, they need to turn it back up. Turn that shit up a couple notches. Just a couple notches. I mean, it doesn't have to be fucking super crazy. But it scares me, too, because I feel like they dumb these things down because there's not enough of us hardcore guys out there, that they dumb these things down to keep the people that go on playing
The average.
after they have a one wreck, or they don't win a race, or they come in third or whatever the fuck, and they get mad and they go, I'm not playing anymore because I can't beat the AI, it's too hard. Like, fuck that. Turn that shit up, dude.
That's going to be most of the guys that don't race online.
Exactly. And it's like, it sucks because I feel like there's enough of us online and hardcore guys playing GT7. I feel like there's a shit ton of us, but there's just not.
They need to put a scale in for us,
right?
It's actually more accurate to the 3 levels that they have, and have the top one be the pro level, the World Tour. Sophie.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
GT8 pro level.
Look at ACC, for example, and we always refer to it as well, for things. Their AI is pretty fucking good. And I'll be honest, I can't or haven't been able to, up to this point at least, race full AI.
Oh no, fuck no. 92%, 93% is about as high as I can go. And I'm still not winning all the time. It's still fucking difficult as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why can't they do something like that, some kind of sliding scale?
Yeah. Dude, that would be great. Dude, if ACC had VR, man.
Oh, it would. Goodbye, GT. Yeah. That's the thing is, if it had VR, I'd really get into that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
dude, I'm really hoping come. I don't know. Now that the pro's out and more sim racing games are coming out, I'm really hoping they start implementing VR in more of these games, and not just GT7, because we need it. F1, ACC. Fucking let's bring all that shit. Dirt Rat, whatever the fuck. The new NASCAR game's coming out, I think, in August. NASCAR Heat 25. I think it is.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe that Formula One doesn't have it. I don't know why Formula One doesn't have it.
I don't either. And all these games that are on PC, that they have it on PC, you can't bring it over and have it work on PS5? Is it too much work for you? I doubt it. I don't know how to do it, but I doubt it.
They haven't got enough money from us
right?
And their sponsors to be able to do it, apparently.
Yeah, they need to figure that shit out. I mean, I do love GT7, and I love where it's at right now. I think it's manufacturers especially is almost perfect. BOP is super good. Most of the races are going to be good. except for the 2 that are shitty.
BOP
We need
is
light
so good
damage.
right now, it's
Oh,
hard to
dude,
pass.
I hope they don't fuck with it because it's pretty dialed. That shit, and then we've never said that. The BOP is pretty fucking dialed.
At least
Yeah,
Group
I
3
think
is.
the BOP is good.
Yeah, at least the Group 3 cars.
Yes.
There's still a little bit of problems depending on what for the Group 4. And
I don't even really
We never
drive
raced
Group
them
4.
in menu, though.
Yeah, I never.
No.
Only
Never
time I
raced them
do
in
Group
manual.
4 is rarely. If there's a real good Group C race that's Group 4, I'll do it. But other than that, I fucking rarely race Group 4s. I love Group 3. Group 3, Group 2, Group 1, those are my jams. Those are my jams.
I don't understand why they don't have Group 4 in manufacturers anymore.
At least 2 races.
know?
I know they used to do it for GT2, and GT2 is Group 3 as well now. Because it used to be GT2.
Yeah, but
as
they
Group
don't.
4s.
It used to.
They don't
it used
even
to be
half and
implement.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be
You
for us,
remember
half
back
and
in the
half.
olden days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'd be some Group 3s, Group 4s, and then
And
when
that
they
way
went to
you'd
the...
actually have to because the BOP was okay, but it was like you had to like, okay, the manufacturer I picked, like,
Are
and
both cars
what races
good?
are,
Yeah, exactly.
what
You had to-
races are what tracks are what car on, oh, this car's going to suffer on these tracks, man. I don't want to take this. I want to take this instead because I can do okay on these ones, and then this car I can do great on these ones. Like there used
Well,
to
that
be
was the
some
thing. The
thought behind it.
Porsche 911 is always good, but the Cayman sucks.
Yeah,
So people.
Yeah, exactly. So
We're
that was always
hesitant.
like a tough choice sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
And like for a while there, like Ferrari was great in Group 4.
Yeah.
But it was like, the Group 3 one, man, it's going to
sucked.
fucking kill you. It's going to suck in the tires and this and that.
Now it's so good.
Like, so, yeah, exactly. But like, it's like there was some thought process behind picking a manufacturer.
Yeah, the pairing.
Now it's just basically whatever car you like and feel good in,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
which is fine. But
I
there's
like
no
it.
real thought behind it in a way comparable.
If you're in VR, oh yeah, there is. You gotta really think that shit out. I do.
Fuck
At
yeah.
least.
do.
At least I do.
There's some cars that are impossible almost to drive in VR.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I think once they've switched over to the GT1, GT2 leagues, they did that, and then here recently they switched it to GT2's Group 3 too. I think once Nation Cup starts, that's when we're gonna get our mixed bag of Group 4, street cars, formula cars, whatever cars. So we'll see what's in that bag for those 6 rounds. But that's where they throw those in now. So we'll get that mixed bag. I'll probably see what the races are going to be for Nations and pick some out of there. I don't think I'll do them all like
I
manufacturers.
hope they do something better than normal. This because Nations is usually a short. There's not a lot to it. Like each race,
Yeah, I'm
they're
hoping
good races, but they're not not terrible races.
Right.
But they're never like in menu endurances
No.
or anything like that.
10 laps.
Like give us a fucking 20 lap super formula.
dude,
Give us a Nations that's like even a 10 lap Le Mans or something like that. With like Group 1 cars.
I think we might get a
There's some
couple of those. I think we might get a couple of those in Nations. We might get a couple of those longer Group 1 Super Formula races, or maybe in Group 2. Dude, if they threw a Group 2 in Nations, that'd be great. Because
Red Bull
have they
car.
ever done a Group 2 in Nations? I don't know if they
think so.
have. Yeah, if they could do that, that'd be a fucking bomb.
Yeah, if they could do something exciting. I will say this manufacturer's really has not been exciting, though.
Nah, I mean, the races could have been...
Interlagos, 12 laps.
Oh, dude,
I
that
mean,
was
come on.
horrible.
You had a chance
That
to
was
do
horrible.
24 or
Yeah, at
30.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think next year, if they can do like what we were saying with the timed races and do it that way and heavy damage, if you add those 2 things, dude, manufacturers is fucking top notch if you do that. But we'll see. We will see. I think Nations Cup, I'm hoping for some Road Atlanta and the Mazdas. a good 18 lap race at Road Atlanta in the Mazdas. Some definitely going to be some Red Bull cars, I think. They usually do those instead of Super Formula.
Yeah, do that in endurance. That would be fucking insane.
Dude.
Yeah, it's Spa.
60-minute race.
Laps at Spa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be the shit. The Red Bulls. Yeah, so we'll have a mix. Probably
All
a Group
3
3,
tire
Group
compounds.
4 race. Probably, I bet they'll have a couple or maybe a specified race where it's like Group 3 whatever or Group 2 whatever. Hopefully. But we'll see. We will see. You guys do any dailies this past week?
No.
Dude, I haven't
Wait
done
a
dailies.
second. We did
In
dailies on Monday?
Monday.
Tuesday we did dailies?
Monday.
And it was
Tuesday,
it was a
I think we did a
decent
couple.
race, but that dirty air, man, makes it.
Yeah, it made it very difficult.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
it's
it's
a
a national
decent race, but
championship.
yeah, I'd rather focus on Manu right now than that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done dailies in months.
Yeah, they just haven't been that
is
great.
Daily is more risky for DR losses for no real reasons. That's in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when Manu is going on, you risk having a bad race or two and losing a bunch of DR.
Yeah,
Slip into a lower lobby in the points when you get Manu. It's not really worth that risk, in my opinion.
yeah. I'd rather
hard
spend the
enough
time putting in laps.
Yeah, it's hard enough not to lose DR in the Manu races, for Christ's sakes. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Todd said, he's been donating DR, and so have I.
Yes, he has.
Mm-hmm.
He has been donating that
Both of
DR.
us been
I've been
donating.
slowly gaining it back, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really, especially in these Manu races, man. DR's been jumping up good. I'm just a hair away from A+ again. So maybe for that Suzuka race, I might be there. Oh, that's a juicy one. You might want to check your pants there, buddy. You sound a little wet.
I want to go to a
All
doctor.
right.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. So, yeah. I think our special
Breakfast
guest
burrito.
possibly fell asleep, so I will try and get that rescheduled. F1 was today. I did not watch yet.
Good race.
IndyCar is
Good
coming
race.
up today. I think in a couple hours. We got Indy
Yeah,
at
about
Long
2
Beach.
hours.
Oh, what am I saying today? Yesterday. People get the
Yesterday.
gist by now. It's Sunday, motherfuckers. And what else do we have? Oh, we had a lot
Let's see,
of.
I gotta watch the
World
IMSA
Challenge,
race.
too.
There was also a WEC race
Oh,
at Imola, so
Okay.
I've got to look that up so
Oh,
I
yeah.
can watch it.
Max.
Good UFC card.
Good UFC. There's all kinds of shit going on. Hell yeah. Who won that fight last night?
Don't say.
Oh, don't
All
say.
right.
Earmuffs. Cover your ears.
No, not earmuffs. Just
Jimbo,
do not
cover
say.
your
There's
ears.
no
Good
reason
fights.
to.
Good fights last
Good
night.
fights.
There, that's
The main
that's
card
what
was
we
really
have to
good.
hear.
Try to trick them, and it didn't work.
Even the undercard was good. But
Really?
yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Good
That's
fights.
good.
That's good.
Miami saw
Yeah.
some good fights.
ESPN Plus. What?
Yeah.
Usually a
And-
couple
and
weeks.
the president was there.
Oh,
Couple weeks, yeah.
Place was jumping.
fuck yeah! Oh yeah, that was a damn good show, boys. Well, Todd, I think it's
On that bombshell.
woo, baby. We's out of here.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, check us out Wednesday, letting out those juicy rippers, checking those pants because I think Mike's got some skid marks.
I think I just shit my pants.
Oh, you better check that, buddy.
I
We
had a
got
Apple
breakfast
fritter.
burrito. It was a breakfast
Apple
burrito.
fritter.
steak
And when
and
I made my
eggs.
breakfast
fritter.
burrito, I found a burrito on the counter from last night, so I ate it for breakfast.
Yeah, that'll make you do that. That's for sure.
Oh my god.
Tim Hortons.
Uh,
Tim Hortons.
And then mixing it with some,
Hortons.
mixing it with the Tim Hortons double. That's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet that
44
smells delicious.
44 in the Hort.
I'm a race car.
Oh,
All right,
Oh,
fuckers.
shit. All
Have
right,
a good
everybody. We'll see you Wednesday for round
Adios,
5.
muchachos.
Peace.
Chia.